Arsenal injury update, Gabriel, Kai Havertz, Gabriel Martinelli latest news and return dates. Arsenal resume their title bid when they play Brighton in their first game after Christmas. The Gunners face a key run of games in the title race and continue to be hit by injury absentees. Mikel Arteta's side were 2 points clear at the top of the Premier League at Christmas, but have Manchester City breathing down their necks. Arteta has delivered mixed news on the injury front ahead of the Brighton game at Emirates Stadium. Gabriel has now missed 9 Arsenal games since suffering an adductor injury while playing for Brazil in November. The centre-back has been sorely missed, and Arteta has revealed he is not back in training, so appears to still be some way away from a comeback. Arteta is unsure when Gabriel will return. Speaking ahead of the Brighton game, Arteta said, "We have to wait and see. He hasn't trained yet, so he's still doing his rehab. But hopefully as quickly as possible he can be back, because we know the situation we have in the backline." There is better news on Kai Havertz, who is closing in on a return. The German has not played since suffering a knee injury at Manchester United on the opening weekend of the season. But he is back in training and could make his comeback against Brighton on Saturday. "Quite close," said Arteta when asked ahead of the Brighton game how close Havertz is to returning. "I think it will be a matter of days, not weeks. Let's see in the next steps how he responds to that. But he is, again, a player that we missed a lot, a player that brings the team into a different dimension. So, I am really happy to have him back soon." Gabriel Martinelli was forced off in the Carabao Cup win against Crystal Palace before Christmas. Martinelli was hurt in a clash with Palace defender JD Camvert late in the first half and, while he initially continued, was substituted in the second half. Arteta played down concerns of a major injury when he said after the Palace game, "Martinelli is more of a knock." Piero Hincapie missed a penalty shootout win over Palace after sustaining an injury in the 1-0 win at Everton last weekend. Hincapie has become a key figure in the Arsenal defence in the absence of Gabriel and Christian Mascara, but Riccardo Calafiori shifted to centre-back against Palace. Arsenal will hope he's fit to return against Brighton. Speaking after the Palace game, Arteta said, "With Piero, yeah, something different because he picked up an injury against Everton. Ben White is sidelined with the hamstring injury he suffered against Wolves on December 13th. The good news for Arsenal is that the problem is not as bad as first feared, and he could return soon." Arteta said last week, "He's evolving well. It's not major injury, but it will keep him out for a few games. I don't think it's going to be major. Ben is a really fast healer as well, so let's hope that we're going to have him in the next few games." Christian Mascara has been ruled out with what Arteta has described as a complicated ankle injury. It is unclear when Mascara will return, but it has been reported that he could be sidelined until the middle of January. "He's going to be out 4 weeks unfortunately. It's much more than what we expected," Arteta said this month, but the player was feeling it. Max Dowman sustained an ankle ligament injury in a behind-closed-doors friendly against Manchester United a few weeks ago. His injury is not set to require surgery, but Arsenal have replaced him in their Champions League squad, and the midfielder is set to be sidelined until at least February. Arteta said, "With Max, unfortunately, he picked up an injury, so we did some scans, and he is going to be out." Gabriel Magalhaes is a doubt for Arsenal against Brighton in their Premier League match this weekend. The Brazil international has been a mainstay for Mikel Arteta and fantasy Premier League managers in recent years, but he's still recovering from injury. The 28-year-old picked up a hamstring injury on international duty with the Selecao, having made a bright start to the season. Gabriel has formed an impressive centre-back partnership with William Saliba, while the pair have been integral to Arsenal's brilliant defensive record in recent seasons. However, He's not played since November's international break, but is nearing a return to full fitness. With that in mind, Football.London has taken a look at the latest regarding Gabriel's injury, plus what manager Arteta has said about a potential return. Gabriel is not expected to return for the clash with Brighton, having missed the Gunners' last 9 games. The defender has not featured since sustaining a setback while playing for Brazil in a friendly against Senegal. Gabriel is a key part of Arsenal's stellar defensive unit, and his return has, naturally, been a hot topic for Arteta during recent press conferences. When asked about his injury, Arteta said, "He's pushing hard as he always does every time he's out, and he's evolving really well. He's doing pitch sessions, so he's not too far. We have to see in the next stages of that rehab how he progresses, but we are quite positive about it."